Things I want to tell you.
What's going on?
Come lie down with me.
Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Sorry, I was checking a couple messages that came in. Well, let me make sure everything's going good. Looks like everybody can hear me. Good sign. Things are up on the screen correctly. Make sure everything else is good. Okay, we are good. Oh, thank you guys for putting in your points. Look at that. Okay, I gotta figure out. I've got 3 different notifications for that that pop up on the screen. I like it. Is it annoying? Do you think it's bad? Is it good? Yeah, it's fine. It works for me. So, good morning. Hello. Welcome. Thank you, B-Shack. Thank you, Sunny, for putting in your points. Let's double check to see what our treat for our assistant is at. We are at 31,910. We are 63% raised for our challenge. Yay. We're getting there. We are on our way. Hey, B-Shack, thank you for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate that. Actually, that may have just pushed us over the top for our payout for this month. That may have done it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to go through and change some of the way those text shows up on those. That's going to be under not home, not under stream manager. It's not under rewards. What the heck am I looking for? Manage goals, no. Polls, no. Read channel. Oh, alerts, duh. Okay, channel points. Let's see, that was bits, right? I do like the bits though. Text, let's see. We're making a few modifications here. Let's save that. We just changed. I want to change the Prime sub to a different color because it's not coming through correctly. Save changes. Let's just change all of these. Save changes. Save changes. You can't read any of them. They were all the wrong color. I want to be able to read them. Or I should have the announcer just read them out loud. That's what I should probably do. Changes. Wait. Did I do? Okay, yeah, no. Bits is good. I don't have any combos. Shoot, I don't know which one is it. Channel points and bits. Okay, so this is channel points and bits. I have things separated out, right? Like I'm trying to have them all be their own little pieces. Their own different alerts. Okay, so this is bits. Got that one changed. Channel points. Okay, so it's channel points. And bits. The bits. Let's make that color. You know what? Discard that. What does that look like?
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Okay, so that one works correctly. Let's send this one. The big stretch. Okay, let's change the color on that
Tahoe
one.
Anime says big stretch.
Okay. Let's go back to the bits real quick. Let's test that one. Yeah. Bam. Okay, that one's good. We could probably make the text a little bit bigger. That's gonna make it way bigger. Save changes. We're doing a little light stream work this morning first, and then we'll go through and we'll do. There it goes. That's nice and big. Cool. I haven't been getting notifications for your streams, by the way. It's probably a me problem. Also, no audio right now, so you could be talking mad shit about me to Sunny, and I'd be none the wiser. Gotcha. I will keep an eye on that. Don't talk mad shit about B-Shack. He's such a nice gentleman. Just a wonderful human being. He was a little rough around the edges back in the day, but now they're pretty good. They're getting there. Do you have notifications turned on? That's a good question. Okay, gift subs. Okay, yeah, let's check out the. Okay, this is not subs, so I don't have to worry about that. This one's saved. Edit alerts. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. This is subs here. Let's change this to this color. Let's try it out. Yeah, that works. I wish it was a little bit more condensed. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so which... I can look for... Nope, that's that one. That's that one. Enter that a little bit better. Funny part is like you can do some of this stuff off stream, but some of it you have to do on stream to be actually be able to see. Okay, that works. You know what I should do? Is this an option? Can I put... I don't want to drop shadow. Isn't there one where it can put it inside of a bubble? I'm gonna drop shadow though. The font? No, can't be. Semi-bold. Maybe not. I thought there was one that you could actually do. I'm just an idiot. No, that's not right. Oh, that's a preview. That's fine. Maybe it's the layout? Drop shadow? No, I don't want to drop shadow around the whole thing. Rounded corners, that doesn't matter. Background. Thought there was one where we can change the I guess not. That'll work. Let's change this up. Black. Let's do something similar. Switch that. There we go. That's 36. Save that. Let's test that one. Yep, that works. I don't have my volume turned. Your stream audio is probably fine. Okay, cool. I hit 200 yesterday. Yay! You did it. I'm proud of you. My boy's finally growing up. Hitting them 200s. Let's check this one. Okay, that one's good. Okay, what else is in this one? So that's our subs. We have bits in here too. Let's turn off these bits because we don't need those combos. No. Raids. Yes, we want raid stuff to go here. 36. Let's do that. Save changes. Let's send this test alert real quick. Okay, cool. That works. I think I'm happy with that. We don't have charity. Hype trains. Oh, that's right. We have hype trains too. Change that. Save. Change that. Save this. Let's try this one. Okay, cool. The hype train thing is good. We should not have... Oh, the suggestion box. I forgot it. We gotta talk about that today. Beep, beep, beep. Oops. Should have done all of this before stream, but hey, you know what? Let's try this one.
Tahoe anime just inbox emoji, suggestion box, inbox emoji.
That's funny. I didn't realize that it would read those emojis as box. That's so funny. Okay. The more you know. Channel points, good. Goals, let's change those out. Save. Save, those are fine. Probably won't hit those, but that's okay. Okay, so that works, but we're gonna change it up more. Okay, this should fit there now. Hey, there we go. We did it. That one's good. And then the other one that was doing it was the 500 little things has the same alerts. And it's on here. I'm gonna have to mess with that one later. I think that one's on here? No, that one can't be on here. Why would that one be on here? I have 3 alerts on that goes off on here. Alert 1. Okay. Alert. Those are just the cheers. That should not have anything else on it, but it does. 2 subs. Take those off. Combos is off. Raids. Let's turn that off there. Charity. Hype trains. Move those out of there. Yeah, those are just the channel points. Goals. Okay. There we go. An error occurred. Well, wait, what? Bits, turn that off there. Sorry everybody, I know this isn't very exciting at the moment. We got that Prime from B-Shack and it did a whole bunch of things and I was like, oh, it's in 3 different places across the entire screen. Yes, that's not necessary. Cool, but not necessary. Okay, I think we're back on track here now. Please no TTS. What's TTS? Text to speech? Hey, every once in a while I need it, otherwise I miss things. I use it for the Pet the Furry Friends and stuff like that. Like this one.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Yeah, like that. Text to speech. You're welcome. Okay, so now that I've got most of that figured out, where did our music go? Oh, there it goes. We do have a new reward. So I talked about this on Wednesday. Sunny, you were here for it. I changed it up a little bit. So now we have a channel reward called Suggestion Box. So you can actually type in a message, and when you use your 220 points, you only get 2. You can do it twice per stream. That message actually gets sent to me and Mrs. Tahoe's Discord server. So you can actually in essence, basically direct message us through that if you wanted to. It's too bland of a voice. There are other voice options too. I could switch it up. But the suggestion box is an option that if you want, like if you see something on the stream, you're like, oh, you should do XYZ or whatever like that, and then you want to put it into my list of like things that might be cool for me to like put together, or if you like think of a sticker idea that would be really fun, you can use it in there and put the sticker idea, and then it will put it in my Discord, and this way I have a whole list of all of them, rather than trying to either screenshot the chat or write it down real quick or something like that. Then it's more permanent in that way. I have a whole running list of all the things. So just an option, just an idea. I think I listed it. Let me see what it said. Have an idea for the stream? Drop it here. Art, stickers, challenges, topics, or channel ideas. Every suggestion gets sent to our Discord and read. Who knows? Yours might shape the stream. So you get two per stream. But trying that out, we're gonna see how that works and how that goes, and then we'll go from there. If it turns out that it does pretty well, there's a possibility you might be able to do some type of giveaway through that. I don't know. I have to look at that part next. That's comes a little bit later, but something. Let's swap over. Shoop. Here we go. All right. So on Wednesday, we left off with our epic unboxing that was happening here on page number 22. And we were just in the middle of getting our smoke kind of figured out and laid out here. Got this one kind of figured out, but now we have to go through and add the secondary color to get it rounded off. So that's where we're going to start today. We also have our examples that we can look at here. But we already have one, so we're just going to copy, paste it on top of itself. And then we are going to take this color, put it in there, like that. We'll get rid of the stroke from it. No more strokes. And then we can come in here and start removing some of these points. We'll try to make it look bubbly and try to make it look like something here. When do you, Alex, when do you go down to pick up your dad? Move his stuff and stuff, or all that? When does that happen? Was that this weekend or was that coming up next Friday? Okay. He had to do a follow-up appointment. Gotcha. I thought you said you were going to go this weekend. Did that change? Am I remembering that incorrectly? Very strong possibility of me remembering incorrectly. Sometimes. Okay. Got one there. Let's do another one to get these kind of connected here. kind of wanted that spilling up a little bit like that. Yeah, kind of like that. Let's see. I think I want to drop. I like this idea. I also have another feature that I want to debut at some point. It might not be today. I actually figured out how to set up a puppy and kitty cam, so I actually have a live feeds that I can set up now for Sora and Piatch. So that's an option as well. I don't like this for some reason. This doesn't look right. Like that, like that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that either. Maybe it needs to come up here. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Let's see, I want to pull this down. Yeah, something like that. It's fine. Don't mind that. Make this bigger. Let's just fill up that. Maybe this needs to be one direction or the other. Yeah, something looks off with that one. Maybe it needs to be... constant moving and adjusting. Such is life, right? Kind of wanted to have like a flow to it, like it's spilling out, right? It's gonna have that kind of spilling across the floor look. This one's a little bit oh, I know what I should do. Might have to make a custom one for this. That's fine. I think that's more what I was going for that one. Yeah, there we go. color, but that's okay. Snap, crackle, pop, that's my neck. Hopefully that did not come through on stream. Let's see. That goes through like that. Let's move. I want to move this a little bit. Oh, you know what we should. Ugh, that was wrong. You know what they have on a couple of these other ones that I thought might be cool? I'll try it here and we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll try a big loop. A couple of them that have like little, it might not be swirls inside of them. Maybe we should do some swirls. That might be fun for this side. It's kind of what I was thinking over there. Maybe if I did like a little swirl pattern. Might not work with our style that we've got going on here. We'll try it. You know, and it kind of works. I kind of like that. I don't like this though. That does not look good to me. But we do need to change this up a little bit. Ooh, that's kind of cool. The problem is then I start playing around with stuff and I start making cool stuff and I'm like, ooh. Find the little bits and pieces and I'm just like, yeah. Oh, that worked. Yeah. Back out a little bit. Yeah, we might have to add a couple elements over here to make this very similar in that way. Which would be fun. Easy enough to do. So like this, I definitely want to do a little. Something like that. Little details, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need to work. I need to work on this one though. Don't mind this being down here by itself in its own little. It definitely needs like a couple more little guys that go with it. I'll get to you later, Bijak. I know you messaged me on Discord and asked me some questions. I was going to answer them in stream, but I remembered you said you were not having your microphone on, so, or your volume on. So I will get back to you about that later. You know what? I wonder if we do. Some sort of like. Oh, I have a better idea. It's along the same lines. We're just going to move this. We're going to make it come from here. I'm gonna kind of make it match this flow. We'll attach it like that so it kind of has that filling in kind of look to it. I thought it would be cool. I'm having second thoughts about the point on that one now. I don't want to get too stylistic with it. I do want to have fun with it, but I don't want to get too crazy on it. Yeah, I don't think I like that. This little rock formation, though, I don't know if I like. Might have to figure out how to connect it to this one somehow. That looks too weird. I just have to put a big one in here. Better. That's where I had it before. I don't know about that. I think I kind of want it. I think I kind of want this one flat pancake. No, I don't know. Because this side we have kind of like flat pancake, but it goes with this flat pancake shape. This one, these ones are a little bit more bubbly, but it makes sense. Boom, 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 right? I'm trying to figure out. I've got this giganto shape. I love this. This is good. This is good. This little guy. I could do something a little bit more. I've got points here. This one's got a sharp point there. Might need a sharp point of some sort. Maybe this is not right. Sometimes you just have to make some random shapes. See how it flows. Kind of wanna. The problem is this one is so bulbous, it's so big, which is fine, but it also means that like either this has to be really tiny of some sort, or it has to have some kind of equal weight to go with it. Maybe that's what I've been fighting. I've been fighting this shape here. So instead of fighting it, yeah, that's what we needed. We needed not to fight it. Let it flow, Tahoe. Just let it flow. Not that. Okay. Come on, man. Just let it flow. Don't like this thing here. Okay, not too bad now. Better. Better than it was. Let's see, let's have another point here. some reason the smoke is really important to me today. Getting this correct. It just be that way sometimes. Let's see. That'll work, but we need to move it. Maybe move it like that. See, we got too many of the same shape going on now. If everything loops up, everything loops, you know what I mean? It becomes too repetitive in those ways. We have to figure out different ways to do things, but not make it so... Like, we don't want another bump there. Maybe we just soften this up a little bit. Make that flow into each other a little bit better. Okay, let's get rid of our examples. We can really look at that. Yeah, better. Might need to add a little... Just connect that like that. Make that... We need to flow this into that. Maybe that's what I'm struggling with right here. Is this needs to flow here too. We'll just simplify that out. Yeah. I don't like this either. No. Something's messing it up. Not quite sure what. Yeah, see, if we add too many of these, then it starts to look too... almost too turbulent. I'm a bird, you gotta let me fly. Yeah, we're just a baby bird. Gosh, man, stop holding it down. No, that's not flowing correctly. Maybe we do need to look at our examples again. If there's anything else that's cool in here that would be... I do like these little figure eights. Could also do some small wafts on the ground here. I think I might want to do... So I kind of hearkened with this shape here, doing like a little round base. So maybe I need to add a little... Maybe that's one of the ones I would need to add here. Partially. The Hawkening. We may need more points for this. This is that extreme, but we get the idea. So where are we on this map here? Let's do this. Let's kind of get the idea of what the heck I'm talking about here. If we draw an ellipse, right, on the ground, We'll even change the color so we can see it. This is our zone, right? Kind of the idea. This is our zone of influence. You can see that the shape of our smoke kind of fits this zone, this field, right? So if we can build something a little bit here, give it a little extra oomph. Doesn't have to be big, it can be small. Couple points there. We'll even move these in. Put this one, let's put that one right there. I want it to be, I'm hoping to get a little bit more into this curve, but that's okay. Might just have to be just a wee little guy. We might be stretching a little bit trying to get that in there is the thing. Where's our shadow? Shadow, let's put that. Yeah, see, it's stretching it a little bit. We probably don't need it, but it's kind of a cool idea to think about. Seeing if we can complete part of that circle. It still gives that vibe, right? It's still like I could move this part of it down, but I kind of really like the way that works. It still gives that roundish vibe. Maybe this guy needs some bubbles on it or something like that. Maybe that's the problem here. It just needs to be just a wee little guy. Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Put our thing back up here. Yeah, something like that. Get rid of that. Yeah, we'd have to do maybe another one on the other side to give it that same vibe, but I think it's adding too much. I feel like we're trying to do too much with it here. I almost want to curve this way around. Yeah, like it works-ish, but it's just too much, I feel like. Actually, kind of looks like a mouse. I wonder if we made it shorter. Just made it a real little guy. Yeah, it just kind of stands out there on its own. It's not really... It might work once I get the... I could put another, like, little one over here, too. I don't know, what do we think? Do we think it's needed? Do we think it's doing anything for us? I think if I was going to do one on the other side, I would do something similar, but I would add one more little tail to it. All right, coming up on our first ad break here. Down floofit here. See if I can get this in before our break comes up. Like I can add a little guy like that. Kind of makes it work a little bit more. Gives us a reason to have this one on this side. Let's get rid of our examples. I'm gonna look at this for its full majesty here. Yeah, I think maybe once I get the shadows on them, they might work okay. We'll try it out. In the worst case, we can always delete it. It's not the end of the world here. I think this left smoke is about 90% there of what I would want. So I might be good with this one. Sometimes you just have to let it be. Sometimes you just gotta stop. Sometimes you just gotta stop, Tahoe. Alright, so we're going to pause here for the moment, and we're going to do a 3-minute break. And then we're going to come back and keep working on this page. Hopefully get this done, and then I want to work on 23, which is its counterpart, the one it sits next to. Because that's our big reveal, right? So we kind of have our little reveal here, and then the big reveal on the next page. So that's the idea at the moment, but we're going to pay some bills, we're going to run some ads real quick, and then we will be back. Feel free to leave any comments, questions in the chat. If I'm here, I will answer them. If not, I will answer them once I get back from our break. So gives me a chance to go to the bathroom, grab something to drink, those fun things. So let's see how fast these ads are today. We'll see if OBS tells me they're running, because it didn't tell me they were running on the first or earlier. Stream Manager. We'll see if something else tells me. See if the iPad tells me. So yeah, Wednesday they were super fast. Today now they're super delayed again. It's okay. It's Friday. You take all the time you want. Ads. Went ahead and got my free emotes set up last night. I'll have to see about setting up everything else over the weekend. Yeah, there's so many things on there. Sunny, I still haven't done. So there are free emotes, there are emotes for your different subs and stuff like that. You also have channel points you have to name, there are animated emotes. If you want, you can do a bit emotes, so all the bits you can do emotes or some kind of graphic for. The bits, the badges, there's 28 of those you can do. It's a whole, I still have a list of things to do. I have 3 animated emotes, a couple bonus ones to do. I have bits, emotes, bits, badges, sub name tiers, sub badges, badge flares. I've got all of that still that I haven't designed something for, so definitely go through all of the stuff and look at everything. Shoot, you could even, all of your alerts and stuff like that, you can set up and customize all of those as well. For the sub ones, I'll want a mascot first. Yeah, that sounds about right. Some kind of logo, some kind of something, huh? You need something. Oh man! Going to attempt to draw an image for my channel points this weekend for sure. Nice. Yeah, it's like, just make sure that it's in the right size. I know for myself, since I have Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop and all that stuff, I went ahead and set up files for all of that. So I have the where is it? Toho, Twitch? Is it this one? Rewards, there it is. I have them set up so I have a file that has the 28 by 28, the 56 by 56, the 112 by 112. So I can just drag and drop whatever I want into those and then export it, and it's saved at the sizes that they need to be. And they do need to be square. You need to make sure that they're square, because it will get mad if they are not square. That is the behind the scenes. And some of them are pretty good. Some of the, for your channel, if you have just one graphic and you're setting up your emotes and stuff like that, it actually has a conversion tool built into Twitch. So you just drag and drop your image into it and it will make those 3 sizes for it. But a lot of the other stuff, even like our channel rewards, you have to have all 3 of those sizes pre-built. They don't have a conversion tool for those. So make sure that you are paying attention to the size requirements, and that's the height and the width and the file type and how big the file can be, how many megabytes. I ran into a couple times where it was just like, your file's too big, and I'm like, it's square, it's 28 by 28, and it was saving it at a higher resolution so that it was coming out above their megabyte recommendations or their requirement. So it kept bouncing back saying, nope, that's not going to work. Nope, it's not going to work. I was like, ah, son of a... Had to lower the quality to make it work. All right. Let's see. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, everybody watching. Let's see what we can do. Copy, paste. We want to get rid of this. Yeah, something like that. Same thing here, copy. And for anybody using Adobe products, or even, I don't even know if this is a thing in other products as well, but there are 2 different types of pastes you can do. You can do Command V, which is just paste it wherever. So wherever your field of view is, it will paste it in that field of view, roughly in the center. Or you can do Command F, and it will place it right on top of where you picked it up at. So there's your tip of the day. You're welcome. command and paste. There are several different versions of it. And that's a paste in front. They also have a paste in back, which is command B. But I usually use the paste in front. Let's see. Let's move this there. Yeah, it's not too bad. It gives it a little bit. Gives that very anime-esque look to it. I should probably do is use the shadow to actually, like I had the shadow on top of it before. Oops, press the wrong button. But it kind of makes those disappear a little bit, partially. I don't know if I want to do that. I may just change these up a little bit so that the shadow looks like it's rolling over top of them. Or I might not. Just depends. Let's see. The other thing, I think that's coming together pretty good. I don't think I want to add too much more to that. I can look at, it seems to be like the main one that I'm going back and forth from looking at the examples. I do have some other ones up here. Could do some cutouts. Kind of did similar over here. Maybe that's what this one needed to be, like really cut sharp. We can change that real quick. Let's see, I want this. Sheesh, missed it. Handle. Let's do it like this. Don't know if that's going to make it better or worse. Like that makes it go flow way out there kind of thing. Which is fine. I think I was thinking more sharp, but I think it's okay. Now the fun part, now I gotta try to figure out how to match this somehow. Where did I put this one? Oh, that one's way up there. Sometimes it'll snap where it needs to be. Okay, come on, pick up the correct anchor point. Yes, that is the anchor. Just want the anchor point. What? You're not gonna work for me, are you? Anchor. Come on, just pick up the anchor. Thank you. Okay, that works. I might have to do. There we go. I mean, it's all right. I don't know if that made it better for us or not. No, I don't like it. Beautiful thing about the undo button, you can always go back, change it out. It did give it a little bit, like it does need something to bump it out. It does need something though, to match this. Let's do that. Send it back. Yeah, that should end up working out. Copy. Frame, send it back. Paste on top. No, we want this here. I want none of this. None of this. Range, bring to front. And either my computer's being slow right now or it's just not wanting to do the commands I want it to do fast enough. Yeah, that's fine. Fine. Let's actually push this up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Do they have any? They have some floating bits. Maybe we need some floating bits. Do we need some kibbles and bits? Okay, what size is this? 2.5. 2.5. Just do it at 2, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Always gotta have floaty bits. I don't know why. so that's eating up all of the fine. It's just all pure white, but that's okay. I don't know if I like those bits there. I don't want them between the booty. I don't want them jabootied. Let's do... I have an idea. Maybe that's the problem. It needs to be. Needs to be a flat little guy. Put it between these. Nope, you're not gonna let me spin it. There we go. Want a little bit. Want a little bit of the little poofs. Let's see. We could add some little bits in here too. That is a thing. We're going definitely more comic manga style with some of these little bits of details. Yeah, something like that. Little details. Just fun. Funsies. Okay. I think that works pretty good. Question is, the smoke has its own shadow on it and it's creating its own little stuff here. Does it need a shadow kind of like our character has? Do we really need to push on that shadow style? Let's see. 5, okay. Makes those do what I want them to do. Good. I think that would be the next question. Does it need shadow for them? Okay, so we don't need the Ring of Doom anymore because we kind of got that figured out. I wonder if it's just a general... We can do like this. We're gonna do something. Let's make that black. With the outline. Let's go to gradient. Not that. That part needs gradient. Okay, so we make that black, but we turn one of them into 0 opacity. But I think we did an effect on this. Okay, that's a darken effect. Okay, sweet. Darken, there we go. Yeah, as I say, do we really push on this shadow idea and push these even further? That one didn't do anything. Doesn't really matter. Get rid of our examples for the moment. Copy, paste, reflect. Like that really gives us our stuff, doesn't it? I could maybe shape them a little bit into the shape of the clouds coming out, but that I think this kind of really highlights our. What did you say yesterday, Sunny? He wasn't scary. It was menacing, I think, as the word you used, and I like that. Mrs. Tall called it scary earlier before she left for work, and I was like, no, he's not scary. He's supposed to be menacing. Yeah, menacing. Are we getting menacing vibes from this? Like, this is our first, like, real super illustrated part of the book here. We dramatically changed the angles. We dramatically changed how the lighting and the effects work. Like, we really punched up the dramatics of this a whole bunch for this moment. Oh, don't forget to save your work, especially when we're this deep in the process. There's your PSA. Let's look at our trim view. So this is what the page would look like finished, per se. It's like when the animation team goes all out for one fight scene, right? That's kind of what I was going for. See, this is the fun part about trying to work in this style and loving anime and manga and stuff so much, is that I get to take all of those fun little pieces like that and figure out, okay, how would I interpret this into like a kid's book, but make it fun? And like, if a parent reads this, they look at this and, like we talked about on Wednesday, being like, oh, this is like that moment from Bleach where, you know, they open up the gates and blah, blah, blah. You know, how can I have little bits of fun like that and harken back to some of those little bits and pieces? Do I add a Goku reference at some point, being like, my hair's turning blue? And I'm like, no, your hair's not turning blue. You know, just fun little nods, right? I get to do that. So like the first two books are kind of like our setup books. And then even in the second one, I added a little bit more of those types of things into it. But like the third one, I actually get to play way more in that idea. Hey, Dreamer, thank you. Hi, what do you think of our page? I punched up a little bit here. I got the smoke definitely put in here, added another dramatic shadows in along sides here. Are we really punching up this menacing anime style here? Is it like, are we really, did we nail it? Looks great, thank you. Yeah, I think we're pretty close on this one. I think this one's just about, I was trying to decide whether or not, so I put in these two shadows on the side, kind of really highlight them. It looked like, I'll show you. It looked like this, and then I added these. So we really punched up the dramatics with this framing, how I just did this. But the question is whether or not I need to go back in and make these kind of fit around our smoke clouds, or if it doesn't matter, it just kind of looks good on its own, kind of thing. So it might be a question for another day that I have to come back and look at the fine details and decide whether or not I want to make that change. But I think for now, I'm watching it on stream and stuff too. I definitely, taking these off, this feels way better. It just gives it that extra little dramatics, the lighting effect. Yes, no smoke looks cool. I just dropped by to give points and say hi. No smoke looks cool. No, needs the smoke. You mean new smoke? Okay, bye Dreamer, thank you. That's Mrs. Tahoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Tahoe. Leave the smoke as is. Round of applause for Mrs. Tahoe. Please give her the cheers in the chat. If you have the points. Yeah, there it is. Good job, Sonny. I knew I can count on you. Yeah, I think we're... Bye. I think this works pretty good. I fear if I do too much more to it, it's going to not look good and it's going to get bad. That's always the fear, is that you start messing with things too many times and it goes the opposite direction. Like there's probably some things that I'll come back and mess with, but at the same point, I don't want to do too much. I have a chronic problem with part of that. Where I'm like, oh, just a little bit more. Ooh, just a little bit more. Like when gambling quit while you're ahead. Yeah. Not that I know anything about gambling. I would. I live in Reno, Nevada, so we know all about the gamblings here. That's why I never go into a casino. I have bad luck at casinos, and I will lose the $20 I went in with very fast. So I keep the $20, and then I put those $20 towards buying more books and working on this kind of stuff. It's just boring fish that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and I made this one a copy, but we don't need to make it a copy anymore. So let's get rid of our old version of this because that was terrible. This one's much better. Okay, now that we've renamed it, we can bring it back. Let's bring up number 23, which is the next page. Which is our big reveal, our surprise. And we get our first different color word bubble too. Guess where are we at here? Okay, so let's take this, copy. Paste. Oh my god, it's huge. Let's get rid of this for now. Surprise! That did not work. Let's do this. There we go. Surprise! I'm back and I have my volume on so I can hear Tahoe's sweet, succulent voice. Aw, thank you, Bishak. Try my best. I don't have the sweet dulcet tones like Mr. Sage does, but I think I do okay. I actually, the funny part is like I don't watch the streams very often. I don't re-watch them or go back and watch them. So most of the time if I do, it's like a weird random one-off event. It's not typical for me to do. Okay, so we want this, and we want this. So I have a height chart for my characters to make sure that they are the correct height when I put them on their pages. I do my best. I do my best. Reflect. Object. Reflect. Okie dokie. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. Let's make sure we have things saved. Okay, so that's saved. This is now saved. Okay, so this is our reveal here. I chose, that should be the same color as that. Let's double check. Let's make sure. So what I did was when I was developing the story, I wanted their word bubbles to match the color of their eyes. So technically that word bubble up there should be the same color as, oh, that was a weird thing I just did. Nope, it's gonna just keep doing the same thing. Okay, we'll double check it. Look at him. Okay, so it should be Issei BD 3D. It is not. It is not. Why did I do that? Unless I took a sample from a different spot. Why are you doing that? Okay, flipping all around like crazy, man. Let's see. Now I gotta figure out what the heck I did here. I have to backtrack. Okay, this should be the eye colors. ECBD3D. That's right. Ah, that one is an F. Okay, why is it different? Ah, yeah, I can see the difference there. I must have lightened it up then. Okay, so let's do some things here. Move this over. Let's move this over because we're going to have to paste. We're going to have to make a new one here. We're going to have to try to make a match. So, copy, paste. Okay, so that's that green color, but definitely way more punchy than we want it to be. So we need to bring the, I don't want to go blue. If I go this way, that's not less bright, more bright. Okay, let's try to recolor it. Oh no. Where did that go? Oh shit, where did that go? What the hell? I don't know where the menu for the recolor artwork went. What the hell? That was weird. It just disappeared. Try it again. Okay. Should be able to move. Thank you. Wow, that was weird. So that goes to... That's darker. No. Okay, let's swap here. That cuts out all of the color. That makes it more colorful. We might kind of be stuck with that. There we go. I think that gives us a little bit closer to what we wanted. Or what I'm looking for. Make sure this is still black. Yep. Okay, that's black. Black. Okay. Think I got it now. Copy. Range, send to back. Okay. This is the less fun part of illustrating and doing all of this, is trying to figure out what the heck I did last time. Or how I did it. Okay, so... this is our page. This is what we're working on. So we're going to do like a shocked expression on one and a happy expression on the other one. So this is our next character. This is Patch. And he's joining our story. So if you've read the back of my books or if you've seen the back of my books at all, it mentions both of the. Actually, it mentions all of the characters. It says, an exciting series that weaves together true stories that have been greatly embellished over time. Join Buttons, Patch, and Sora as they pounce into action, unravel secrets, and embark on crazy adventures. So, it's unfortunately, how I'm putting together the series, I don't have them all coming together right now, but they come in sequentially throughout the story. Question is, do I want to? Yeah. Layers upon layers. Okay, so we want to do something similar to what we had at the beginning. So let's go back to here. We're gonna grab. Where is it at? Here? No. Here? There it is. We're gonna grab this. Don't need that. Don't save. I think we want to put him more centralized. Put buttons there. We're going to elongate this out. Not going to do it that way though. Group. Take that apart from there. Group those. Because our page goes this way. Yep. Okay, like that. We're going to have him jump into the action here. Is the idea. We'll do a little jump. So we gotta do. We're gonna make this a big surprise. Make that 6. Let's do this for now. Range, send to back, bam. There we go. And then I've got an idea for what I want to do here. Let's make sure we save this real quick. Every stream PSA that I do, make sure to save your work. So we have this is my mock-up idea of what I want the surprise look on his face. So we can look at the different faces that I have, or this was one I'd put together at one point, but I don't know if it's going to work for this. This guy. Let's see. I want to put it here. We'll try it. We'll see. If not, then I have a couple other ideas of ways I want to do this. It's the bottom one there. Save this one. No, why do you keep separating my pages from my... Aggravating sometimes. Either my mouse is being stupid or something. Something's happening. Okay, so let's do that. Go in here. Let's get rid of that face. What do I have? Okay, it's nothing. Just an aberration on the screen. Okay, we definitely have our shock look here. So there's a couple different ways we can do this. Let me see. Oh, why? Wait, why did you do that? What? I don't want Grammarly. Why is Grammarly? Go away. That's not gonna work either. Alright, fine. I'll do it the long way. Desktop. Okay, so I have an example on here. A couple different ways I can do this. Where's my other example? So there's a couple different faces that we can do here. So like this is our shocked face. There's one, I have it here, where we do like this on him, where he's kind of like exhausted, but I don't think the exhausted works for what we're trying to punch up here. There's another version or another idea where we take and we add little like zigzags all around his outside edge, and that's kind of gives that illusion of him being shocked in that way. Definitely going to turn him something like that. That is, oh, because it doesn't have his, oh, I know what I did wrong here. I forgot that my height versions don't have the correct hand. I know where I made my mistake. Go away for a second. Let's flip this so I can make sure this is correct. That's correct now. Okay, that should be the right size. There we go. Try this again. Oops, no, I want Range, send it back. Delete this one. Like that. Turn on the face again. Bam, there we go. Now we got it. Yikes. One of these days, I promise I'll know what I'm doing. Range, bring to front. Range, bring to front. I had a lady muttering about it being illegal to charge a fee on cards, and I told her, well, I don't have a choice. The machine does it on her own. But I wanted to tell her if she has a problem with it, she could just pay cash to avoid the fee. Or if it really bothers her that much, she could just not come back. But what do I know? Yeah. That's the funny part, is like credit card fees, as much as they're a pain in the ass, that's how they make their money. I mean, besides the interest and everything else, but it takes a lot to have all of those networks and connections and to be in every business and be accepted everywhere. So like, there's a lot of infrastructure that those fees and stuff pay for. It makes sense. It seems dumb in certain ways, but it also makes sense in other ways. Let's see. I want to grab. That's good. Move our layout down here. I think something like this. The funny part is, like, that used to be a convenience thing where I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. And she walks out, she's muttering under breath, check the law. Okay, that's interesting. We have a local theater here in Reno, the Pioneer Theater. For the longest time, like most business, you could pay with credit card and stuff like that. For some reason, I think they were trying to get away from the credit card fees and stuff like that. They made their online portal able to buy tickets. You could use your credit card to buy tickets and stuff on there, but there was an extra service fee that they put on top of that. But they incentivized saying, but if you come into the theater and buy the tickets for cash, we will not have that service fee on there. So they kind of, they took the service charge that was on the card and then they almost doubled it to make it a service fee to go on top of it, to then incentivize people to come in person to buy tickets physically, which is an interesting idea, but it also then takes away from, I think they called it a convenience fee is what they called it. And I was just like, but you're charging us more for the it's less convenient now, because if we want it cheaper, then so you're inconveniencing us to get which I guess kind of makes sense in that way, but it was weird. It was like you were being punished for wanting to use your card to buy the tickets online. Did not feel like the correct move in certain ways. But I understand it if from an expense point of view, yeah, I get it. It's one of those things that I have to think about too when I'm out doing events with my books and stuff like that. I'm signed up for Square account, which allows me to run transactions and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a card fee and a state tax fee and all of those things that I can't get around. Like I have to pay those things. I'm a small creator. Unfortunately I'm not like Walmart or any of those big places where I can just absorb some of those things, or theoretically absorb some of those things. Everybody wants more of the pie. Yeah, I don't know if it's more or if they just want... I don't know. It's hard, like trying to decipher what is convenience, what is not, is a hard space to be in. Especially like selling books like I'm trying to do. It's, if I'm at an event, I have to make sure that I have like Wi-Fi or some kind of cell service so that I can use those, because a lot of people don't carry cash on them anymore. It's really not as much of a big thing anymore. So if I don't have a way to do some kind of charge for a card or whatever, I'm going to lose out on those sales as well. So it's a weird balance between those things. So trying to figure it out. Okay, let's save this real quick while I'm thinking about it. We're going to do another break here in about a minute, but we're going to pause. I'm going to take off my sweater because it's starting to get hot in here. And then when we come back, we'll keep working on stuff, keep talking about stuff, and go from there. But we're going to hold off while our ads run. I'll go grab something more to drink in between, and then we'll go from there. And if you like our talk about taxes and credit cards and things like that, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. You get a little... I'm going to keep talking about this with Sunny here a little bit. And if you'd like to hear that, you got to subscribe. Look at that. Did I do a good job? Did I incentivize correctly? Did I force people and push people and make them feel bad? Is that how this is supposed to work? If you don't subscribe right now, the end of the world. I will be sad. Look at these animals. Look at them. Patch will be very sad. Look at that assistant. He's gonna cry if you don't subscribe to this channel. I'm just saying. Am I doing the incentivization correctly? We're in the ads. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's all weird. It's all fucking weird. My son currently is taking, what do you call it? Finance? Not finance. He's in high school. He's doing economy, and they're trying to teach him how money works and stuff like that. And they're literally just Dave Ramsey courses, which if you know anything about Dave Ramsey, the dude's an idiot. He has money, but the way he talks about how, a high schooler should be able to manage their money and stuff like that is, not to mention that this course was from like 2006 or something like 2008. So it's irrelevant across the board in a lot of ways. Is he stupid sandwich? The stuff that he boasts about and stuff is very tone deaf about everybody else that's not in his tax bracket. Let's just say that. I think that's the polite way of saying it. It's just, he doesn't think there are I don't know how to put another way delicately. I think the idea is that people should not be poor. Like, and if you're poor, you're stupid. Is what I get from the way he teaches things or says things, which is not very good. No, not Gordon Ramsay. No, not the chef. Dave Ramsey, financial guru, expert, con man, however you want to dice it. But talking about money, talking about credit cards, talking about all of those things is far more complex than, what we think about it. It should be easy, and I feel like it was easy at one point. The idea of credit cards and how to use them and what they could do for you was different, and now it's changed a lot and become more complex in a lot of different ways, and it's not so easy to figure out where to fall on that spectrum. In one part, it's nice because you're protected, because you're using this, you're using basically the credit card company's money, which if something happens, they're going to want to find their money, which is good, because that incentivizes them to make sure that everything's taken care of. But at the same time, a lot of times it's very predatory and very set up to actually make people fail in a lot of different ways. So it's hard. It's not, and everybody can be like, well, just use cash, just buy everything for cash. And it's like, but that's in a world where not everybody has that ability. That's not really a thing. It's like, that's why we have those programs and things like that to help out with. Everybody can drop $60,000 on a brand new car and just drive it off and be like, I paid the whole thing. I wish. That would be financially smart to be able to do this. Then you own it, and you don't have to worry about it in that way. It's no longer a loan. You're not paying extra on your payments and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know I can't. I'm poor as shit. I'm not like poor, but I'm like, there's no way I could just walk into a dealership and be like, here's a chunk of money, have a nice day, and drive out with a car. Car dealers don't like that though. Yeah, well that's the point, right? Like, a lot of these things, if nobody ever paid, if everybody paid cash for cars and just was able to just buy them outright, the market and stuff, the way some of that stuff is set up, would probably crumble pretty quick, because in order to make money off of cars and stuff, like, they need those interests. They need you to pay back, interest on that time, because you're basically borrowing future money is what you're doing when you take out a loan like that. So it would make everything cheaper in a certain sense, but it would probably crush tons of the smaller places, or even in some of the bigger places too. I would assume. I don't know enough about it, but money's weird like that. Sometimes cutting stuff like that would be beneficial. Sometimes it would be detrimental, and there probably could be arguments made for both sides of that, but you never know how it's going to react until you actually do it and see what happens, and then you're like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. Don't do that. Whose bright idea was this? Oh, this is my idea? No, it couldn't have been. I would never do something so stupid as that. I wouldn't tank the auto market on purpose. I wish I had all of the answers. Let's just say that. I wish I knew. I tell this to my son when he comes home and we talk about the course and the stuff that they're teaching him and trying to tell him and stuff like that. And it's like, it's at one space, yes, it's right. In another space, it's instinctually wrong in a lot of different ways. So it's hard to say. I think it's just a learning experience to have see both perspectives in that way and figure out, okay, now I have a minimum and a maximum on kind of what I want. How do I navigate it from here? Like, I try to teach the kids to be pragmatic about those things and be like, okay, I don't have all of the answers, but I have these 2 points, so I have to figure out where to balance that in, somewhere in between. The mean where they kick the guy out of the building, that's just normal. That's just every dealership. They're always kicking people out. I actually have to go into the dealership on Tuesday to get my truck serviced, so I'll let you know if there's anybody kicked out. Yeah, crazy ideas are always, yeah. Okay, so I don't like this. I don't like the colors of this. I think that's bad. You know what? Let's just leave that there. Let's get rid of this. Let's swap it to white for now. That's what I was thinking about doing anyways, so. Okay, so this is one option for giving that like scared, shocked, startled, or a practical idea in the air. I'll look at him and then falling out of the window. Yeah. What? Give people cards that they can afford and not charge them crazy amounts of interest on? Insert rich person laugh here. I think let's open up book 3. I think we want to grab the door. That. Yeah, let's grab all those. Select all. Don't need that one. Copy. Goodbye. Don't save. We're gonna put this like buried way off the side edge of the page. We don't need it, but it would be nice to have a little context here. We can put it we can even put it just slightly in off of the edge here. And we'll move stuff around to make it. Yeah. Something like that. Let's get. I wanted to keep this little bounce mark, but I don't think we need it. I think we just get rid of that for now. Yeah. I think we're going to set that up like that. Let's save that. I think. So let me bring in my other example that I have on me that I was thinking about. Okay, I still need to mess with that. I gotta change that. Where I need a layer. This one. I saw this one on Instagram. I grabbed it because it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Bed. So let me flip it real quick. Flip. Reflect. Okay. Let's crop the image. We just need apply. this is kind of what I was thinking. Maybe something like this for our scared emotion. That's another option. So we can do the marks, do kind of like these little zigzags. We could also add, see how he's totally become a whole different shape, like a whole different character compared to the other characters in this image. We could do something like that. We already have the face separated. Let's do, I'm gonna do a solid real quick. Let's copy that. Put buttons on his own layer. Ooh, why did you put it there? Wait. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that was broken for a hot second there. That was weird. Be prepared, stream may crash. I doubt it, but you never know. Do I have too many things open? Running? I don't even have my video stuff running. Okay, anyways. So we could do something similar to that, right? Let's grab his color real quick. We can do a I'm just doing a really rough like example of this. You know what I mean? Like we could really punch it up in certain ways, like give him that option here. Definitely give that more of a feel depending on how we want to. Can even put his arms on here. Let's do that. So let's grab this for shits and giggles. Where'd you go there? You know what I mean? Like we could really like ham part of this up in certain ways. Why do you keep clipping? There we go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we could definitely give it like that personality of flipping out here. We're just making examples at the moment. Go back down. Let's just do that for a second, just so we can see what it looks like. So yeah, I think kind of like they have here, I want to do the ears. So let's go in and modify it a little bit here. I said here like twice, 3 times. Okay, let's go. Let's put these kind of down here. I think he has 2. Does he have 2 little spikes coming off? Yeah, let's just do 2 in between. 2 little guys here. And then we'll put like these ear. Let's do another one. One more. 2. I think that should be good. You know what I mean? I kind of like that a little bit better. We finally get our first instance where, yeah, damn, I kind of like that. We get our first instance where our character can actually like change shape and have dramatic setup. Like most of the time, in my other two books, a character setup is basically like Patch. He's very, he's in this shape, he's in this form. We do most of our emotions and our stuff around that. This would be our first, like we go from this dramatic to this now very undescript in a certain way. No bots today? I know, it's interesting. They don't love me today. That's okay. We don't need them. We don't need them. We don't need them. So what do you think, Sunny? Do you think this one very, very much the same, very standard, or this one where we're really punching up the dramatics of it? I think I'm partial to this one. Do it again? Okay. This one? I'll leave it there for a few seconds. Or this one, where he's really, really going for the antics here. We still going with the second one? We prefer this one over the other one? Okay, I'm gonna leave the other one on there for now. I'll show Mrs. Tahoe and we'll get a second opinion when she gets a minute to be able to do that, but yes, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this was my original vision when I put the storyboard together. I didn't draw that as well, but I knew I wanted this type of face, but I really wanted to do kind of like this style of scaredy cats. Oh, and I can actually do, so if I really want to give it a little bit more, let's do the tail too. Arrange, send to back. Where is my... Okay, those are on there. Let's grab those. 2, 3, 4. Copy, delete. Let's put those on top of that layer. Bam. Then we can move them around. Because we can actually use both of these sets of marks, or this idea where we're actually punching up the drama, and we're giving him those little shock lines too. So, and now he's got a tail. Yeah, it makes me think he's going meow. Yeah. Hey, you know what that means, Sonny? You know what that means? And it makes me feel good. That means I'm doing something right. If you can get that through the image that I've put up here, then that means I've done it correctly. I'm on the right track. I'll go there. I won't say I've done it correctly. I'm on the correct track. So that's the fun part. Like, so we've set up in the other books our basis for our style, our animation. I would say animation, but how I want the books to look and flow and stuff like that. But now we can take some of this stuff, like instead of just turning him sideways like I had for here, we can actually stretch and bend the body when we have these other styles of this setup that happen, which is good. It gives us more options to do things on other pages and other stories and things like that too, which is good. Kind of looks like a Pokemon, like that might want to copyright it. Oh, yeah, kind of looks like a the purple one. What's his name? He's a ghost type. Oh, hello, Piscott Gaming. Hello, sir. Welcome to the chat. Gengar, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. It kind of has Gengar feeling right now. It really does. We can really punch this up. We can make it go. Okay, I don't think it's that dramatic. I think that's fine. That works just fine. Glad to be here. What you working on? I'm actually illustrating a children's book. So I'm actually working on pages for my third book that I'm working on. We're just doing a surprise here moment where our main character now meets our second main character. So that's what we're doing. We just got hot off the heels of working on this page. Very dramatic, very, what was the word we used, Sunny? Oh, shoot. Menacing, very menacing in that way. We were punching up the scared part of this, being like this unknown thing. Yeah, menacing. So our direct page right after that is this one where it's just like another kitten just pops out and scares the snot out of our main character here. We're trying to decide. So I'm working on illustrating this part, and I'm working in Adobe Illustrator here, but we're trying to decide if we like this version, which is just a turned version of the character from its normal stance, or this one where we actually have a lot of motion and a lot of expression in this kind of thing. So that's so cool. Always wanted to make books, but never had enough concentration to focus on it. You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that. I very much felt the same way. I grew up with a learning disability, which made like reading and writing super, super difficult for me. And I had to go through all kinds of classes and do all kinds of different things to try to get out of that. And even later in my life, I still kind of really stayed away from it. But I found that I was still creating and telling stories. I just would do it just through the artwork. So I would illustrate and do a lot of artwork that way. But this medium being so simple made it so that I had a different type of voice where I can still use the art to tell the story and stuff like that, and then add the words on the dialogue and stuff like that to give it that little extra flavor. So I found a backwards way of doing it. So the in motion one looks better. Yeah. So we've kind of establishing some of this style and setup for the books, where like the first book we get to meet our main character and see how he comes into the family. The second one, he kind of he explores his world a little bit and finally gets to see like the outside and do different things. And then this third one, we get to meet our second character, but we get to start adding in more of the anime and manga inspired elements into the book. So we get to finally start punching into some of those tropes and different little things that are done in those types of pages. So this book series is kind of like a early reader for kids if they get into anime and manga someday in their life. This is like this could be a gateway series for them in that way. I've scored 93% on ADHD tests, but my parents never wanted to get me the papers for it and just called me lazy to learn and too lazy to focus. Yeah, that sounds like parents. Yeah. They don't have the knowledge that we do now. I really like the black cat. Well, thank you. This is, I'll show you. We'll go through and we'll look at some stuff real quick. This is my like master file that I use for my illustrations. I pull like all my faces and stuff and build new things off of it. But this is our character sheet. This is Buttons. This is him as a kitten, little guy. This is him as a little bit of an older man. This is Patch. The same thing. We have a younger version and an older version. And this is Sora, my husky. This is her when she's younger. And you can tell there's a little bit of a difference here where she starts off darker and then gets lighter. This is really what happened. Where the cats started off super light and then they got darker as they got older. So these are my characters through my story at the moment that I'm working on. But yeah, Buttons, Patch, and Sora. What? That's what. Those are the. This is the stream that I run on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'm just working on pages, trying to get this third book kind of in the bag. I've got my layout for, you know, how I've got it written, got it all set up and stuff like that. So, kind of trying to set up a place where people that are interested in either illustration or publishing or picture books or any of those things can kind of come in and hang out. And if they have questions about any of this stuff, I am currently on my third self-published one, so I've done it twice already. So I kind of know some of the process. I would not say I'm an expert, but I can try to point you in the right direction if you're interested in trying to do something like that. But kind of the idea here. That's so cool. I really like master sheets because I can mix and match bits and pieces and just play with the characters. Yeah, so I'll show you. So we'll just highlight this real quick. I'm doing all of this work in Adobe Illustrator. So if you know anything about Adobe Illustrator, it's a vector-based program. So all of these points, you can see the little dots here on screen. These are all the points that I've placed to make this, motion, or that make the character do what it's going to do. Same thing here, all these little points. So I'm basically doing all of this point and click. These are point and click illustrations. So you may be thinking like, oh my God, like this, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, I've got a bunch of different layers for how I've set it up, but that's how because it's a vector, I can change and manipulate things so easy and fast. For me, that it's kind of super nice and fun in that way. So typical hand-drawn art and stuff like that you have to either redraw the frames or do different stuff with it. But yeah, like you said, I can just copy and paste and then manipulate a little bit, and I can get away with some of that stuff. I don't know if it would say simple. I would say this is probably slower. It's faster in some respects and slower in other respects. So it's more of like a preference thing than anything else. I've probably been doing this type of stuff for 20 plus years. Been an artist for my entire life, but working primarily in like Illustrator and graphic design and stuff like that. Even my little character over here bouncing up and down, my little VTuber, made all of that here in Illustrator and put it all together. So, but it gives me the most option if I want to, like, if I don't like how this page is running in certain ways, I can just unlock. I'm going to unlock all of this stuff, unlock those. I'm going to select all and be like, you know what? These guys are too small on the page. I'm just going to make them bigger, and I'll figure out how to fit them all in there, but I just make it bigger and it works. It just does it. And I don't lose any pixel resolution with any of that because it's all vectored. So that's what I've found for what I'm doing, that this is a really good way to work in style for me. My brain very much works like this. So yeah. I can't decide if your character reminds me of Doom or Mega Man. A little bit of both. All of the things. man, if I could bring up the website. I can bring it up on stream real quick. See if I can find it. We do have ways. We do have the technology. We can swap around to different things. Spotify. Where's there? It is Safari. Okay, we'll move this Illustrator. We'll move Canva. We'll turn on Safari. So over on my my DeviantArt site, scroll down, go through all of my stuff here. This is, do I have a full one? This is what that character is based off of. No, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Kind of. This one is kind of based off of this one as well. That was my, that's my VTuber for my Destiny stuff. No. Where are we? Where are we? Keep going. Oh, here it is. This is old school. This is what it's based off of. Kind of has those same ideas, the little lines on the face, kind of the chest piece set up, the arms. This is like way more like serious stuff, so I wanted to punch it down and make it more of a logo style, so that's kind of where my little character came from. Yeah, it looks Ultron-ish. Yeah, this is very like early 2000s, 90s comic. Kind of has a lot of inspiration from anime and stuff of that time. Very much along those veins, for sure. I need to go back and redesign this whole thing. Like this was when I was in college, I think I did this. I need to go back and redo it and give it a new life, and fix a bunch of the problems and stuff like that I built with it. But yeah. This is all my org. Oh, look, there's my characters. Beep, beep, beep. Portfolio full of all of my work and stuff like that. That's actually over on my website, tahoanime.com, if you want to check out those. Some of my old stuff that I have. It is available. Looks like a henchman of sorts. It kind of was. He was kind of a bad guy. Like, he was not... what do they call it? Like Venom, anti-hero. It's kind of like an anti-hero setup that I had going on with that. It's very much the same protagonist as a lot of anime right now, where you have this overpowered dude who everybody thinks he's just this evil bad guy or whatever it is, but he's actually like goes and helps and does certain things, but he doesn't mind doing bad things every once in a while too, or for what he thinks is a good reason. That is an old idea, though. Don't you want a cat on your PFP if you make cat stories? It's kind of in between. So I've got all of this kind of set up. It has its own website and everything for everything that I'm working on. But I didn't want to give up. I really love mechanical characters. I really love... Gundam Wing is just my all-time favorite thing. So like a lot of things get filtered through that first. That's kind of where my love of anime and manga and everything else came from. So I want to, have part of that, but the other half of me is just like, I have to honor that piece that got me this far too. So it's like, I have to play a little bit to both. Not to mention that I may turn this character into a story at some point as well, so there's always possibility. You never know. I think that the drawings that I originally did of these cats was from 2007, 6, 7. So some of these ideas sit in my portfolios for a long time, and then they find life. It just really depends. I agree on that. I really like steampunkish gear and steam stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it's kind of a core thing for me. I bet you that steampunk stuff is really a core for you. So like I don't want to take that part of me out of the artistic part. So no, my little mechanical character stays with me. He hangs out with me. He shows up at all my events and does things with me. So okay, so what do we want to do here? So we got that. Got this. This is our example of kind of what we were going for. I think we definitely nailed part of that. Tried to elongate the face a little bit, but that didn't pan out. We definitely need to have some more elements going on. I don't think we need this example page anymore. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to fix the shadow because the shadow's a little off. Okay, it's a lot off. It's not a little off, it's a lot off. I want it to match with our character here, so we'll actually take these three things, select all. We're going to move him down a little bit. Yeah. And I think we need to do, we'll pull. Okay, so the question is, go to one of our other pages and get our background. Copy. We don't need this. Don't save. Yeah. Let's put it underneath this. Paste. Yeah, it definitely needed the background. I tried going pixel art before, but it's really hard to make stuff if you have a 64 by 64 grid. No, that is true. I've done a bunch of work in pixel art and stuff like that. I think I can't remember what the name of the program was that I had for Mac for a little bit. It was a pixel program, and it was like, oh, I could definitely make stuff on here, but it would be such a time commitment and setup that it wasn't going to be bad, but at the same time, I was like, I think I'm okay with the style and what I've got going on. But I would love at some point to, maybe once my son gets a little bit more into his graphic design stuff, maybe he'll do some pixel art stuff for me, because that would be fun too. Okay, let's see, what do we got? I want to change. I think that works, but we're going to change up a couple things. Go to our minus. Shift, there we go. Bam. Let's get rid of that. I want to change the size of this. This is pretty big, but you know what? I think I have, this is the fun part, because I have all of my books available so that if I want to go and grab something or use something from a different page or an old page, I could just go grab it if I want. Where is, oh, there it is. Yeah, let's open up that one. Let's grab that. Nope, that one. Let's grab that. That is really small over there in the corner. There we go. Okay, we don't need to save that. I think we're going to swap out. Bam. Okay, so now we want to take, I want the words. I want this to go here. Range, bring to front. We'll give them something to actually be surprised about. There we go. Okay, and our middle of our book is over there, so we definitely want to make sure that our words, let's put that more centralized. That works. And then we can grab one of these guys. Yeah, something like that. A little bit better. We'll make it punchier that way. I really like cats and ducks and geese. ADHD mode. This thought about animals rendered me useless for a full class today. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, you can't get away from how cute these little creatures are. That's also why I have it set up so the animals in the story and stuff are based off of my real life animals. So if you see, let's see, actually we can swap over. We'll swap here. You can see our assistant of the month here is Patch. This is actually him. This is a photo that I took of Patch just laying in his little blanket. But I have him on stream here because on our power up rewards, where we have our little buttons points that you can spend from watching the stream, you can actually put those points towards him getting a treat on stream, live on stream. So we are currently at 32,184 points out of our 50,000 that we need to get, and then I'll give him a treat live on stream. So I noticed him right away. Yeah, he's a cutie. He's 19 years old. He's an old cat. He's still trucking around. Like, he's not scraggly. He still jumps on the counter in my kitchen. Like, I don't understand. You're 19. What the hell? He is a cutie, though. He's a good cat most of the time. I think I do want to make these bigger. Let's just go ahead and do all of them. That one too. That one. Those stay there. Select all. Okay, let's make sure these guys are on the page here. We'll lock all those down. We don't want to move those shadows, but we do want to move these shadows. Nope, we don't want to move that though. Okay. Yeah, it's better, at least bigger. I want to fill up that page a little bit better. I used to have a cat. He was as old as me. He died recently. His name was Oliver, and he was such a badass. That's awesome. Cats are always badasses. Sonny, don't cry, Sonny. It's okay. As long as they had a good, wonderful life, that's good. It's okay. Buttons had the same thing. He got to 16. That's good. That's a long time. Like, Patch being 19 years old, I'm pretty sure he's going to make it to 20. Pretty damn sure. Like, there would have to be something crazy that happened for him not to make it to 20. And that's great. They can't be here forever, though. It's okay. Love them while they're here. Let's see. No, let's put that back where I had it. Let's move our background instead. Move that up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, Buttons was my buddy. When I would play games at nighttime, play video games, he would come and lay on me and hang out with me. He was my dude. He was my ride or die. He was me and Mrs. Tahoe's first cat. We got him when we were in college. I felt like it was all the more reason to have and make these stories too for him. We had such good times. And he was so fun. Totally different personalities. These two cats had such different personalities too. Buns was this big black panther who would just come over and lay on you, and you were like, oh my god, he's big and he's scary. And then he would make a little tuft on his paw. He would lick a little tuft on his paw, and then he would just suck on the tuft and just soothe himself just by like nursing on his own little tuft of hair paw. It was funny. He did it all his life. He just needed a nice warm place to hang out and to comfort himself. Except I'm thinking pass. Patch didn't try to mess you up, lol. Sounds like Vern's Gizmo. Yeah. Gizmo is he's funny. I love when he tortures Vern. That is always the funniest thing that happens. She's always like, Gizmo, Gizmo! And it's like, I just giggle in my back. Sometimes I mute myself so she can't hear me laughing at her and him. It's just funny. Good times. That's why people that don't like animals at all, I was like, I don't get it. But maybe it's just a personality thing. I don't know. There's so much to love with them. Let's see. I want to go back to. Let's go back to here again. I'm gonna grab. Not that. I'm gonna grab that. Copy. Don't need to save that. Good. That's that. Yeah, let's put it on the same layer. That's cool. That should be fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to make these stand out somehow. We may have to move the background again. This is the best part, is I can do whatever I want. I don't like this here. Wait, why aren't you letting me move? I don't like it there. I just move it. And it works. Got to hit her with Vern. Why you bugging? Yeah, I just laugh at her. That's fun. More fun that way. Oh no, my iPad died. What? That's crazy. I didn't think it was. We didn't run out of time. That's weird. I use the iPad to monitor things and make sure everything's going good. On stream. Had the full battery too, which is weird. I'll be back, hold on.
Sunny_Ruth says big stretch.
I'm doing it. Why do you always hit me with the big stretch when I'm not here? You goofball. Is the big stretch me walking around? Is that what it is? Don't worry, I'm at my standing desk. I'm doing fine. Do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing the big stretches. Actually, I probably need it. Oh my god. I feel like sometimes you're trying to kill me, son. A little bit. Just a little bit. You always pick the most opportune moment to throw that in there. I know, you're evil. I gotcha. Evil, Sonny. Evil. I have 2 evil emotes. Yes, you do. You're just an evil little guy. Yeah, it was really weird. That iPad died really fast from being at 96%. Shouldn't have died that fast. Was a pack mule in Star Citizen today and yesterday. Oh yeah? After you did all of your stripping and stuff like that. I say stripping. When you're out breaking down all those ships and stuff like that. I know, you're a stripper. I got it. I know what I said. Is that a profession you can do on Star Citizen? Can you be a professional stripper? I might have to play this game if this answer is correct. Yeah, salvaging. Yeah, salvage. Thank you. Still gonna call you a stripper though. Not yet? Dang. I would have converted, I'm just saying. Save. Okay, there we go. The other reason why I wanted to make sure that the iPad was working is because if we get done with our stream here soon-ish, I want to see if there's anybody to raid, and I want to have a couple people to send over to a raid party with. Even if it's just 2 of me. There we go. Lots going on this page, so probably don't need to do too much more. I know, so we're getting a lot of the basis of our pages done here. At some point when I go back through my edit phase and make sure and tighten down all of the graphics and stuff like that, I want to go back through and add some more objects in the backgrounds. So I want to start filling in some more of the rest of the house. So adding some tables, chairs, things like that. So we start filling up the world a little bit, give a little bit more nuance to where they're at and what's going on. So actually, you can be a stripper and strip ships for parts. Not the same. Not the same. But I appreciate that, Sonny. I appreciate the idea. That's definitely not what I'm going for. I've got to sell my bodies. I'm sorry. I live in Nevada. For Christ's sake, like, it's in my blood. I was born here. I don't see anybody on that. We'll look through the raid parties and see who else is going to be on, who's on at the time, and go from there. That was nice talking to our friend that was in here for a little bit. Hopefully they are still here. Maybe? Piscott? Am I saying that right? Piscott Gaming? Piscote? Well, you've had an account for a long time. If you're not still here, that's fine. Thank you for coming by. That was fun. We got to talk about a lot of different things there. I'm just so happy with this page right now. I'm just sorry. I'm just kind of like enamored. Okay, so let's see what our story laid out. So we just did our surprise. Next page on 24, we're gonna kill buttons. Oh no! No, he's just gonna have a minor heart attack. We're gonna do the little ghost spirit thing that comes out of him. Another very anime-esque thing to do. So we're getting like 3 very like anime-esque pages back to back is what we're getting here, which I'm super excited for. I really like that. Okay, so we're about 2 minutes out from our next break here. Going to go to Walmart and pick up an Apple Pencil and see if I can find an app to try and draw on for my little icon. Cool. After I get off work. Do you have an iPad? I would assume that you have an iPad. Yep, okay. What's the one my daughter uses all the time? Oh, crap. That's the one that most people do use, and it's got, I think you have to buy it though. I don't know if it's free. I think you'd have to look to see which free ones. We have, so my daughter actually has the recent iPad, so she's got the new pencil and stuff like that, and she uses it for all kinds of stuff. But I bought the iPad that I have here next to me. This is actually Mrs. Tahoe's iPad. I don't own one, and it has the Apple Pencil, but it's the old school Apple Pencil. It's not the cool new one with all of the cool barrel rotations and stuff on it that you can do, but it still works. It still does some things. Make sure you get the right pencil for the right device. I do know that they are very specific to certain devices, so make sure you get the right one. And I will try to remember the name of that app that she uses. The Pro is the one I need. Okay, yeah, you're good. That's a good one. Okay, so we're about 40 seconds out from our next break, so I'm going to pause right here. And then once we get back, we'll probably do our roll-up for our show, for our episode today, and go from there. I had one, but it broke. Yeah, they do that. I think we almost killed ours because we let the battery drain way too far. And I was able to heat it up with a hairdryer and get it back to working again, but yeah, it was close. Almost died. Okay, that should be coming up, so we're going to pause right here. Got too cold? No. So if you let the batteries drain beyond they actually have like a 0 limit. If they drain past that, you have to trick the battery into being able to accept charge again. So in order to do that, so that I think it's the thermodynamics of it, trading heat for energy in a certain way. So what you do is you take and you heat up. It can be a phone, it can be any type of battery, lithium battery, the battery inside the Apple Pencil. You heat it up a little bit, give it a little, and what it does is it takes the charge limit that's on the battery and it reduces it down so that when you plug it in, it goes, oh, I am low on battery, and then it starts to accept charge. Otherwise, it has to have a certain amount of charge inside of it in order to accept more charge. But if it goes below that, then it won't let you put more power into it. So you have to thermally have it reduce that level down in order to then for it to accept it. Yeah. It was like our friend that was here a minute ago. It was an ADHD journey that I went on that brought me through a bunch of different ideas about the laws of thermodynamics, transfer of energy, and how that works. I would say micro learning, but when you get on a tangent and it takes days of your life, that's no longer micro learning. I'll be back. Okay, the name of the app is Procreate. That's what I was thinking of. I'm thinking I could write this off. Maybe. It's a possibility. Never know. Procreate is one of those ones that, yeah, Procreate. Yeah. I think it's one word. Squeeze it together. That's the one that if you've ever been online and on social media and people are drawing stuff or working on projects, that's like 90% of what they're using is Procreate. Even animations, like it has animation ability and stuff like that too. It's good for all those things, but I think you have to pay for it. I don't think it's free. I don't think anything's free on the App Store anymore, so. But that one, if you are serious about it and plan on using it a whole bunch, that one would be a good one to have, Procreate. It's kind of like Adobe products, right? Like they are stable enough, they do enough with keeping it together and stuff like that. You can semi-rely on them for this. I definitely, I have my student discount still running on my account, so I get my Adobe Suite for cheaper, which is nice. But yeah, not terrible as long as it isn't a subscription thing. No, I think Procreate's just a one-time, I believe. Adobe is a subscription. It used to be not that. It used to, I had a 1998 version of Illustrator, or of the Adobe Suite that I bought, and it was like a couple $100, but I had the full, like you bought the package and you got everything and you got the updates and stuff for free. I tried to find an old version to see if I can find the key. Yeah, I tried that too, because I was like, if I've already bought this in the past, maybe my key would work for this new version, and it said no. So for a while, I did find a key that I could use on some of my Adobe products, but eventually it was just like they got so far behind it because it was no longer being updated. It was like, I just have to go the legit way. Yeah, I think it's a one-time. I would definitely mess around and see if there are other free drawing apps on the iPad before you go through and do Procreate. But just keep that one like in the back of your mind as an option, is what I would say. That one most people use, like I said. Most artists that do a lot of different stuff, they're using Procreate to make their things, for sure. I should probably convert over and do that and do all of my stuff, but I like the way I'm doing stuff. I'm having fun. It's a little bit archaic. It's a little bit slow, but it's nuanced. It's mine. I have fun with it. All right, let's see. We're done with our ads. We're at our mark. We're at the end of our stream. I still don't have an ending for our stream, so I'm just gonna do my ad libs here. Once again, like I normally do. Let's bring up one thing I was thinking of was you said to make it big so that you can size it down without losing any pixels, right? Yes, so generally that is the case that you want to do. The only caveat to that, let me bring this up real quick so I can show you. Where are you? Nope, that's not it. Twitch, there it is. Let me bring this up. Okay, so these are our Twitch, emotes. These are our sizes, right? So we've got 112. I'll bring it over. This is the original image over here on the right. So you could definitely see no loss of quality, whatever like that. And then these are our three sizes over on the left side. We've got the 112, the 56, and the 28. So you can see that these are scaled to the correct size. But you can see, like, full quality. Doesn't matter how small we make it, full quality, that's fine. But when you import them into or export them out of whatever program it is that you're using like this, I'll show you what they actually look like when they come out, when they're done. Okay, so this is the one, this is the 112. You can definitely tell that one's blurry. Here's the 56, that one got even more blurry. Here's the 28, super blurry. So that has nothing to do with you. That has to do with the compression, right? That has to do with what the file size and stuff has to be for Twitch itself. Because they make you be under a certain file size. Like that one, pretty tiny. But yeah, that's what the export is going to look like once they get done. Definitely not what we designed when we made this. You can see it here. We'll go closer. So like this is what it should have been. This is what it turned out to be. So it's going to pixelate it when you save it regardless. So that's the 112. So here's the 56. It gets even more pixelated because it's getting smaller. And then this is the 28. Super pixelated. And that's just because they have different sizes on Twitch for their different stuff. So if it comes out looking like this little guy does, super blurry, it's okay. It's supposed to. It's supposed to look like that. I make mine, and then when it gets compressed down to that size, then it works out the correct way. This is for me and for consistency wise. But yeah, anything that you want to make, try to make it bigger, and then it gives you more option to make it smaller in that space. But it will, like I said, it will be blurry regardless. It's just the way it's going to compress it, which is fine. Because when it's that small, like if let's go back out further. As we get smaller, you can't tell that those are blurry. They all look very similar-esque. Because as things get smaller, get farther away from you, you can't discern the definition of them as far. That's why when you drive by billboards on the side of the highway or whatever like that, you get closer and you're like, oh man, that's kind of blurry and pixelated, because it doesn't matter. It's big, it's far away from you. It doesn't have to be super crisp. It works. But yep, that's how that works. Don't save. I don't think I have, let me double check. I don't know if I have any other examples that I can show you. Yeah, I do have one. So like these are the food bowls that I make for the treat thing. Just all the same idea. Let's drag. Where the heck did my, there it is. We'll just do another example. So there's 112. There's 56. There's 28. Super blurry. Like this one, 112, you can see the little paw print. 56, yeah, it's starting to get a little blurry. When you get down here to the 28, oh, you can't even see that little paw print anymore. It's gone. It's not there no more. It's a blob. Same thing here. A little bit, you can see a little bit, but there's definitely not a defined shape in any way, shape, or form compared to this. This, you definitely can see some of it, but it's starting to, even these little toe beans right here, you can see it's blending together. It's definitely not as crisp as that, for sure. So, something to think about, something to mess with. It's going to be a little bit messy when you first do it, but it'll be okay. Just know that it's going to get blurry as they get smaller like that. That is okay. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Send me a message on Discord and I'll let you know what I know, or if I have any ideas on how to do something or fix something. But yeah, draw it big like this and then squeeze it and scale it down to the thing you want, the size you need. Oh, show. All right. Skin's good. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Much better. I don't know about the skins part, but that's fine. All right, let's swap over. Let's bring up our Canva here. Hey, look at that. Let's do our progress today. So, what did we get done? We actually started. We actually did a bunch on 22. We got that one kind of a little bit more rolled up today. So we'll give it a little juice on that. I think that's definitely almost 3/4 of the way done. Let's put that on 23 because we definitely got 23 started today, but I think we only got about halfway on that one. Yeah, I think about halfway on that one. What else? What was 20? 20 and 21 were Monday? Yeah, we made a little bit more progress on those. I think they have a little bit more I need to do on them, but I'm going to bring them up just a little bit. Because we did do some things on it, but not a lot. Still needs some good work on it. I think 22. I think we did a little bit more. I think we're a little further on that one. I think we're a little bit further on that one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about right. So there's our progress for the week. Not too bad. Let me see. I've got the other progress files here. Let me look at them real quick. Where's our... That's not it. Where is my progress folder? Oh, there it is. Bam. Rip. Okay. Oh yeah. We definitely got a bunch of stuff done. 20, 21, 22, and 23. Definitely got those all started. So a lot more to show for this week. We're getting some green on the board here. We've got a bunch of stuff to do in the middle. Definitely the back end of the book to finish. We've got a lot of work to do still, but we've got a bunch of the main bits definitely started, definitely in a good places, I think. Need more background elements and stuff for some of this other stuff, but yeah, good start. We're getting there. We're getting some places. I can't wait to get more of this green on the board, especially for this bottom row down here. It'll definitely feel more. I would love to get some of these pages like really finished off too, but yeah, I'll have to work on that next week. Next week on Tahoe Anime Stream. Will we finish the book? Will it trample on top of us and win the day? I don't know. We'll see. This is our schedule for the week. We just got done with our Friday stream here, but we will be back on Sunday for a live podcast with me and Mrs. Tahoe. That'll be our 500 Little Things podcast. This little guy. That's just me and her. Me and Mrs. Tahoe talking about life and all the little things that happen in between and the little things that are going to happen in the future and how we would like to address them and get ahead of them and not let them run us over in the middle of the street. to put it in a weird, funny way. But yeah, that's just us talking. We are taking suggestions for stuff. Don't forget that is an option on our stream here. Our suggestion box is open now. It just costs 220 of your buttons points. And you can just leave us a suggestion, something that you would like to see us either talk about or something to happen in the stream. You can use it for the 500 Little Things podcast. You can use it for these art streams. You can use it for all couple of those things, any of those things. That is up to you if you would like to use that. But that's what we've got going on. And then I will be back on Monday for another book/art stream. I'm checking my calendar real quick because I have something coming up here shortly. Yeah, Monday's good, Wednesday's good, Friday is good. Yeah, Friday is good. Yeah, I think the only thing that I won't be able to do is I probably won't be able to do a clan night next Saturday for Dungeon Protocols. I also run a clan who plays Destiny 2 on the weekends. Or, well, we play throughout the week and stuff like that, but we do a stream on Saturdays. But next week on the 13th, I will be at a book event trying to generate some interest about the books and the streams and talking about my work and all of that stuff. So next Saturday will not be a Dungeon Protocol stream, but you guys don't have to worry about that. That's different. That's somewhere else. That's just for Sunny and anybody else who's here from Dungeon Protocols. But yep, that's what we've got going on. I do need to. I've got this poster. Let me see. Do I have a? Okay, yeah, we'll just do a promo off of this real quick. This is the event that I will be at on Saturday, coming up on the 13th, September 13th. I will be at the Nevada Humanities Literary Crawl. I will be there from... There's me. I will be there 2:15 to 3:15. I will be doing the Writing for Young Readers conversation with Thistle and Nightshade. It's a bookstore here in Reno. And we will be talking about a bunch of different things, about our works, about our process, all things writing for children's books. And I think there's children's books and young adult books, middle grade. I think they call them middle grade. All that stuff in between before you get to like novels and stuff. So we'll have a bunch of different authors there, and we'll all be discussing all of our work. So if you are in the area and would like to come by, make sure and check out the Nevada Humanities website. They have all of the information there. You can also go pick up a flyer with all of the locations on it. Kind of looks like this really small on your screen. I'm sorry. We'll make it bigger. 40 different events going on. 120 authors across the entire downtown Reno area. So if you are into writing, if you're into reading, if you're into any type of arts or music or poetry, anything that has to do with humanities and creating just about anything, please go check out their website. They've got tons of different events going on that you can go see and check out. So, hey, Vern, hello. Thank you for subscribing. Hot diggity. Thank you, Vern. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. That's what's coming up. If you like these videos, if you are, hi. Oh, we did talk about you a little bit. I promise it was all good things. Sunny, not so nice though. Sunny had some very bad things to say. He's not a very nice guy. I'm just saying. Why does everybody have the guns? Everybody's always got the guns. Yeah, we were laughing because we love when Gizmo messes you up and when you're talking in streams and stuff like that. Desmo, yeah. Why did you think it was Gizmo? And I agreed with you, but it's Desmo. God damn it. I love Desmo. He's my favorite Inverness character. He's the background character. Close-ish. I should have known. I don't know why I forgot that. I just agreed with Sunny. He is a background character, yeah. A nefarious background character, but yes, a background character. Well, I'm sad because I was just about to roll up the stream, Vern, but thank you for coming by and subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. I was just talking about the event that I'm going to be doing next week on the 13th and doing my wrap-up speeches and stuff like that, but yeah. Oh, sorry, I was late. No, you're good. You're right on time because I get to say hi to you and I get to say bye, but at the same time. Thank you for coming by. Ooh, do you want to see what I worked on today? We can do a quick little thing. We've got time. My daughter doesn't need to be picked up for another hour. We're fine. Okay, cool. We'll do a quick preview, quick rundown. Okay, so we gotta go back. We gotta go back one. So here's our first one that we got done today. We'll do the trim view. Very dramatic. Very, yeah. Very menacing. That's the word Sunny keeps using. Menacing. See? I keep forgetting those things. For our story here. So we got that one. That's our left page. Yep, scary. That's our left page. And then our right page is this one. So these are the two pages that open up to each other. So we get that very dramatic, like, something's happening. Something's coming out of this box. And then, boop, it's just, nope, just a little kitten. And Buttons is scared. Yeah, so that's what we worked on today. We had some fun. This was a good one. This one, Sunny and I collaborated on and kind of made some decisions. He kind of looked like this at the beginning. It was like, nah, that's not good enough. So came up with this version where all of his features disappear. And he's just kind of shocked and kind of blown away in a certain aspect. Approved. Yay! All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm retiring. I got it. I got Vern's approval. We're done here. We can wrap this up now. I don't have to work ever again. Vern gave me approval. Seal of approval. I will take it. Look, if I get Vern's approval, I must be on the right path. I must be doing something right here. I got this. Ladies and gentlemen. I got this in the bag. I got it. But yeah, that's what we did, what we got going on. I'll be back on Monday for more work on the books. That's me. That's my little art card. But we will be, Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. It's late at night for y'all that are not on the Pacific time zones. But Mrs. Tahoe and I will be on talking about all kinds of different things with our podcast. 500 Little Things. And then I will be back on Monday for a 9 to 12 p.m. stream again. So if you have an opportunity, feel free to watch this stream again if you want, or leave a message on a YouTube video. You can definitely do that. Otherwise, like I was talking about before, we have the new ability to for our suggestion box as one of our power-up rewards. You can use your buttons points on. You can always leave us a message, and that actually gets sent to our Discord server where we have a list going with everybody's suggestions on it. So that's the plan. That's the idea. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Vern. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Piscott Gaming. I think I'm still saying that wrong, but Piskot Gaming. Thank you, Dreamer. Thank you, B-Shack. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and watching the stream for a little bit. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for subscribing and for the Prime subs and everything else like that. That actually, you guys have no idea how much that's going to make a difference on some of the stuff that I've got going on. So, we were like just on the cusp of getting our next check from Twitch for the streams that we've been doing, so that actually put us over the edge. So we should be able to get our next ad revenues check from that. So yay, awesome. Helps out a lot. I appreciate it. But I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy yourself. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. we're going to go watch some balloons because they do a great balloon races during this weekend. So we're going to go watch some hot air balloons fly up and around and maybe land in our backyard. So we'll see what happens. But have a good weekend, and I will see you Sunday and Monday. Yay, good. I'm glad you're done for the day, Sunny. Go relax. Go play some Star Citizen. Go do your other side job in Star Citizen. Go strip some ships. Go be a stripper again. Still not the right thing, but I'm still gonna hark on that. You're a really good stripper. I'm just gonna let you know, Sonny. Yeah. Go watch his streams, Inverness. He's doing a lot of stripping. I strip ships. Yeah, that's what he says. But, he's stripping other things too. But also, if y'all have suggestions for somebody that we might raid during these streams, please let me know, or even put it in our suggestion box. I would love to raid somebody that I know or is doing something cool, but the people that I'm following currently, and I need to get a bigger network of people that I'm following, are not on right now. So if you have suggestions for somebody we should raid, please let me know. But have a good afternoon, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.